Hello and welcome back to our first podcast of 2026. Happy New Year's, and I hope you guys had a blessed holiday.
We're back at it.
Back at it again.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I have a lot of controversial topics to cover today. But before I do that, I'm going to allow Josh to do a little rant. And I think it's a rant that a lot of designers will relate to. And it is about Avatar and the font. But I'll let Josh explain further.
Yeah, so since 2009, the first Avatar came out, massive movie, and then I think like the entire marketing was just the Avatar logo in Papyrus font. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. I can't believe like that became the #1 highest grossing movie with that font. But yeah, so here we are. It's 2026. Avatar 3 came out last year, December, and they actually did a really nice like rebrand, refresh with their new Avatar logo.
Yeah.
And it actually looks pretty good. The franchise blowing up. The trilogy is now the highest grossing trilogy in the world. Yeah, I really like the branding that they did for this new Avatar Fire and Ash. If you haven't watched it yet,
We'll put the difference in the font logo on the
Yeah.
screen right here. I knew Josh would really like this change.
Yeah.
Because the first time I worked here, we work at a marketing firm.
MLD
asked
Marketing
me-
guys, check
Yeah.
us out on Instagram, all the socials.
He asked me,
Yeah.
can you list the top 5 hated fonts? And I did. I don't know if you can remember what I said.
What did you say?
It was
Comic Sans was one of them.
Comic Sans, Papyrus,
That's the #1 worst font ever. Comic Sans. Right.
Impact,
Yeah.
um,
And then Papyrus.
That's
That's like the worst 3.
yeah, I can't remember what else I said. I mean, a lot of people do like Impact though.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of touch and go.
I don't like copper plates as well.
Why?
I'll put that somewhere there. It's just not nice. I just don't like it at all. I think just a tip for designers as well. If you're using a font and it's used like in Word, like Microsoft Word, I wouldn't use it. I know Futura is like already on Word documents and stuff, but like if a client comes to you and they're paying for a rebrand, something different, and now you just using fonts that are very easily like accessible on the Word doc, you know, that's like, why would you use that? There's so many other options, and I mean, companies pay millions just to get like a different color, like the Walmart, rebrand. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that was
like
crazy.
what was $10 million or something just for that different Walmart blue that they wanted, and like, you know, the whole
Again, production
icon
will
stuff.
put the differences.
Yeah.
What's your go-to favorite font though? I think we all have one.
I feel like every year I've had a different one.
Yeah.
At some point it was Montserrat,
Okay.
and then now it's been Gotham.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's pretty cool.
the way I got that font was I was redesigning something for like GQ. It was like a project that we had, and I had to figure out like what font do they use, and they used Gotham, and like there's a whole like write up about it. Like it's very masculine font, stuff like that, and I just love how it looks. It's very different. It's not very different, but it's different to Futura, and you can like see the difference with Montserrat, and it just works so well.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
my go-to fonts, and all the designers are gonna say I'm really basic right now, but my go-to fonts, if no one really has a brand kit or I'm just doing like something, I'll just say Poppins. You can't go wrong with Poppins.
It's so overused at this point now.
I know, but you can't go wrong with Poppins. See, the
I
other
see it,
designers
I
are
see it.
smiling because they agree with me.
Right, yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, so let's dive into our first topic,
Cool.
which is that authenticity is dead. And what do I mean about that? So I think that everything on the internet is very staged right now. And especially when everything feels like a strategy or an ad, where vlogs and stuff that used to be like very personal, very like out there, that kind of made like those old time YouTubers, like those nostalgic
Yeah,
YouTubers.
I remember that.
like they were cool
Yeah.
to watch because everything felt unfiltered. But now, when honesty becomes strategy, can we really still call it honesty? And we can also see that the unfiltered content is very filtered. So I think a really good example about that is, let's go back to our influencers. They'll say like, oh yeah, my morning routine for 2026, whatever. And it's basically just product placement, and it's so unrealistic. Like, no one's getting up at like flipping 3 a.m. for a run and then like going into an ice cold bathtub. I don't know, maybe you do that. Maybe I want to be like you. But no, I just feel like it's very unrealistic.
Just calling out Ashton Hall just like that.
Yeah, you know, just like
that.
I feel like because of this, the return of low effort content is becoming trendy again. And by low effort content, I mean things filmed by just an iPhone.
Yeah.
Where like a messy aesthetic is in, and like it's no more just like cute curated stuff. It's like, oh, a half drinking coffee that's been like taken a picture of. I feel like that's making a comeback because people are preferring real than perfect. But is it actually real, or is it just another trend to follow?
Yeah, true. Just like an unpopular opinion, I feel like when you're talking about the YouTubers and influencers, like looking at like Mr. Beast, for example, right? His content before, it was just him, and people were drawn to that guy. Whatever he says goes. And then you see the videos that he's literally pumping out today, and it's all these stage people, and it's not him doing like the survival videos and stuff. He's getting other people to do it, and it's like, so he's just like forcing these kind of videos like down our throat. Not really like bashing him. I know that he does like the philanthropy stuff, not going into too much of that, but it's like, you know, he has so much power in like him releasing a video. Like you know, like his chocolate brand, for example, like how Prime just blew up, and
Lunchables.
and the product was actually not so great.
Yeah.
I mean, in South Africa, Prime has not worked out at all.
Not at all.
It was just
like
a 1 month.
50 rand a bottle.
Yeah, it was just like a 1 month hype.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And then they went on sale for like 10 rand just to try to get the stock to be finished. But I have to admit that when saying like the return of low effort content is back, when you think back to when we were like younger in primary school, and we have to ask like, oh, who's your favorite celebrity and stuff, we're going to say A-list celebrities like, oh, Justin Bieber, One Direction, Megan Fox. But now if you have to like ask a kid, they don't really know big celebrities, like what we would title big celebrities. It's more like YouTubers, gamers, streamers. It's no more people that actually act in movies.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Like what we would have idolized back then. So I do think that celebrities is like no longer a thing due to all of this like transition and like how social media is moving and the low effort content and just what's more accessible as well. Now that like every kid has a screen. Like if we want to see our favorite person, we either buy a magazine or we go to the movie or something. We never really had like an iPad 24/7. Not that we're that old. I am kind of grateful in a way for influencers and streamers becoming a bit more popular because they kind of show a bit more of like a real side of the world. But I guess that ties in with my next topic of everyone is a brand. And it's making the internet feel exhausting.
Okay, wait now. So I kind of disagree with that one. So, Lando Norris won the Formula One World Championship last year. And for I think it was like the past 2 or 3 years, he's been really working on his brand. And I think he's really created something really nice. So we'll show you just like some screenshots of it. So this here is Lando Norris's official website, and like,
oh, that's sick.
It's so sick. It's one of the best websites.
Is it like active? Oh wow.
Yeah, and you can even like scroll down.
Yeah.
Look at that. And
that's really cool.
It's all about like what he stands for, his life on the track and off the track.
Yeah.
And also like some of the like the helmets that he did, the different designs, and even has like a specific color. So now when people see that color, you know, they think of Lando Norris, they think of his helmet that he wears to the races, and it keeps updating like every weekend, every race. And now since he won the championship last year for the first time, it's all about like him winning gold, the trophies, you know, and what he's doing in his life, which is really big. And like obviously these influencers, they have something that they stand for, whether it's bringing up the youth or something in the UK, and now because they have this platform, they can really promote it. Like Lewis Hamilton, he has one of the biggest success stories, how someone with a divorced family, his father had to work like 3-4 jobs just to get him into karting, and then he got the opportunity to go to McLaren and meet all these different people, and he was just winning all the way. And for me, he's like such a big inspiration and like motivation, and he does that for so many people around the world. And if they have like a brand like this, look at Lando Norris, what he's done. Like people can see his success, how such a young guy made it to become the best F1 driver in the world.
And I agree with what you're saying, but Lando has actual talent and a brand that he can build. But like when I just want to stalk, let's say, a new coworker, you know,
Okay.
like why is everyone's Instagram feed like they're influencers with 1 million followers? You know what I mean? Like no one just takes a selfie anymore and will post it on their main grid. Like everything is curated, everything has to look perfect, and I feel like that's just ruining like just humanness. Like it's just no one can really, like we're all trying to be like a Kardashian or something, and I feel like that's just not real. Like I miss the Tumblr days. Who remembers Tumblr days where it was like the 2010s nostalgia, 2016 was a good time as well.
Oh yeah.
And everything was just like bright and colorful, and now everything just feels staged. And
there's so many memes of, like the 2nd of January, there's so many memes about how 2016 was 10 years ago. And just seeing like the flashbacks, the songs, the videos is crazy.
How old were you in 2016?
How old was I? I was 13, I think.
Yeah, I do feel like that's why a lot of companies also bank on like using nostalgia as marketing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just because of how we all embrace like this very clinical, minimalistic way of like presenting ourselves everywhere. Like I'm so happy that we're not in an office where everything is like beige and sad and grey. So
yeah, just on that point, so looking at like the way graphic design has changed like in the last, I'm going to look at the last 2 decades. So I feel like specifically in South Africa, there's been like a big problem with like branding, logos, and small businesses and even bigger businesses, they don't really understand like the importance of branding and marketing, because I'd say South Africa is, not to be too harsh, but it's almost like primitive. Like the way we have our home affairs, the way we do IDs. Okay, but I'm just bringing it up. Like we look to the West, we look to the UK, we look to those bigger countries, and then we follow what they do. And there are some systems, there are some things that haven't been adopted and hasn't been like progressing. And that's like a big thing has been graphic design and marketing. And there are like some individuals, there are some businesses and groups of young people that are trying to push that out, just like us. Just trying to basically bring graphic design and marketing into businesses. We're trying to help businesses, trying to help our economic, you know, the economy of South Africa.
I mean, I totally agree with you on that case, and I think that also overlaps on the next topic of AI fatigue, because obviously we do have like really big monopolies in South Africa. We have really big businesses as well. And I think with how hard it is to break into the creative space in South Africa, especially as younger people, to try to make a name for yourself, for a creative business to actually grow in the South African economy, I do think it's very difficult. That's why nothing pisses me off more than when a big company will use AI. Because now you're cheaping out on an actual model that could have done the work for you. You're cheaping out on an actual artist that could have like done an illustration or a painting. You're cheaping out on videographers that could actually produce a really well put together ad. You're cheaping out on script writers. I don't know if I'm allowed to say what company I'm calling it out. Okay, my boss gave me the go-ahead. Checkers, what are you doing? You are the face of South Africa. South Africans love Checkers so much that like a kid idolizes the Checkers man. That little motorbike that they have, the green outfit. You are a symbol of heroism to our kids. They wait for you on the street. And now you're gonna go and use AI instead of reputable artists.
Yeah, it's not right, man.
Like, I feel like we support Checkers so much as South Africans, and I mean Checkers 60/60. Like Checkers is our bra, you know? And for them to not support South African talent back and instead cheap out on fake AI stuff. If I can find the AI ad, we can put it up so you can see what we were talking about. But I do think it's just a cop out. It's cheap, and it makes me not want to support a company. It makes me see the company as less reputable. And this goes back to like honesty as strategy. Like Checkers is one of the companies that's like here for South Africans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Heritage Day, Pride Day, like you all for South Africa and our heritage, but then you won't support local talent.
Yeah.
And that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, I think that's a big topic that you just brought up there. That, you know, big companies not using the local talent, not using what you already have in front of you. I mean, you know, like when people promoting the Springboks, is promote Siakalisi, like those people that have become like influencers, and when we see those people, it like inspires us. It helps us to trust in the brand more, because we know like the story of these people. We know like where they're from, where they were brought up just like us. They were brought up in the same situation, and like we know who they are. Yeah.
Like if you want to look into a more positive light, I feel like AI slop has made traditional art feel more premium. So when I actually see a restaurant commission an illustration for their menu, or like actually have like real paintings up that like reflects their restaurant, I feel like I can trust it more. When I see like companies actually still have artists within their companies, like creative spaces and whatnot, I feel like they are more reputable. I feel like that brand is more premium now. Like it's giving luxury.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. And obviously artists always fought, and by artists I mean like anyone in the creative space, designers, etc., like musicians, videographers. I think we always fought for a spot and seeing our like work as actual jobs and actual careers that we can like break into and build up on. And now with the rise of AI, I feel like it's just a slap in the face when huge multi-million dollar rand companies just use AI. I think it's a cop-out, and I think it's cheap. And if you do see that, I feel like you should call it out. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I just went like on a whole rant. Okay, new face. We have a special guest. This is our beloved boss.
What's
Dolby.
happening?
Before I explain to you,
I feel like I'm live. How do you guys do this?
oh, it just comes naturally.
Okay.
It's
Right.
talent.
Okay.
Okay, so our next segment is called Hot Take or Totally True. So if you believe that it's just an internet hot take, you'll just say hot take. But if you like 100% agree with it, you can just say that's totally true.
Okay.
You are allowed to explain yourself, but if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question is, minimalist branding has made everything boring and forgettable.
No, I don't agree with that.
So you think it's a hot take?
Yeah, it's a hot take. It's a hot take.
Okay. If your logo only works in black and white, then it's not iconic.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Do you actually agree with
I
that?
do agree with that. Yeah, like, and I know you guys have mentioned this a lot in the office that like black and white is not really like a branding color. Well, a color that's in a brand kit rather.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely do agree. But yeah, black and white are also very important colors in the design. But if it's just in a logo and it doesn't work,
Okay.
nah.
I'm gonna look at Josh's face when I read out the next question. But the next question is, Canva didn't ruin design, bad designers did.
Yeah, that's very controversial. That's a hard one because I mean, yes, Canva taught a lot of people to design, if you want to call it that, but then it also took away from, the people that studied graphic design and went to college for graphic design, for example.
Yeah.
Like the guys using Adobe and all of that, there's no made up templates, whereas Canva, there's, made up templates and stuff like that people can just make use of. Yeah, definitely bad designers though. Bad designers.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree that it's
Definitely
bad
bad designers.
designers. I do think Canva made designing more accessible, especially
Yeah.
if you couldn't really afford to go
100%.
into like university or afford the Adobe tools if you started
100%.
freelancing or something.
I mean, that's how MLD was built. It was literally built off Canva. I went to varsity for marketing, not for graphic design.
Yeah.
And before we had all of this, there was no graphic designers, and it was myself on Canva. So,
Canva
shout out to
queen.
Canva.
Your next question is, Reels are just TikToks in denial?
Oof. Sasha's looking at me with that one. I can already feel. That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Okay, your next question is, low effort content performs better because people are tired of being sold to.
That's also very controversial because I mean, there's that saying, I don't know exactly how it goes, but it's like, usually if you don't, am I allowed to swear?
Yes.
Usually if I don't give a fuck about something, it ends up working out better because I'm not putting all of this energy into it. But then at the same time, it's like, there we go, you can't plan to go viral, but at the same time, your marketing goals and your the content that you're putting out there needs to make sure that it's aligning with our clients' goals as well.
Yeah.
So I don't actually know. Repeat the question.
So low effort content performs better because people are tired of being sold to.
No, I still think it's a hot take. I'm not saying that you should just sell in every post because I mean that's just not going to work. There's that other rule that goes hook, sell. So for example, like post educational content, post a meme, for example, and then sell.
Yep.
Social media was keyword was created because people wanted to show off what they were doing in their day-to-day
Exactly.
lives, and now it's this perfect thing, like you said previously.
But I mean, I can even see your point with like our content planning, because like obviously we plan for our clients months in advance, and there's only like so much you can stick to. Things change constantly.
Yep.
Or something in our clients' work life will change where we need to swap out content, or maybe we just not vibing with an idea that was given to us. So I do agree with you as well with the whole content planning. There's only so much you can actually plan.
100%.
Your next question is, okay, because he's still on Facebook and not actually on TikTok.
I do have TikTok.
Do you know what de-influencing is?
No.
So it's like basically a trend where like, let's say it's Christmas, like Christmas came and went, right? So it'll be like a girl, they'll be like, let me de-influence you on buying a Stanley cup.
Okay.
So they try to like make you save money. So they'll be like, oh no, you don't need to buy a Stanley cup because like this cup is like 300 Rand cheaper, but it still like keeps your drink cool. So like they're de-influencing you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's de-influencing. So the
Okay.
question is, de-influencing is just influencing, but with added guilt.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, no, I 100% believe that as well.
100%.
I will never watch a de-influencing video.
Yeah, no, it's almost like taking a knock at another brand and then
Literally.
trying to sell your brand.
Yeah, literally.
Rather sell your brand.
I agree with you. Okay. Your next question is, AI content makes the internet feel soulless.
Yeah, no, I can't stand it. It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't stand AI. I mean, we do make use of it, obviously, as you guys know, in the office. But yeah, the other day I was scrolling and I saw something. I think it was, I watch a lot of fishing content. So it was a guy out on a kayak and he was fishing in the ocean. And the next minute the fish came in and all of a sudden this fucking huge shark like jumped over his kayak and it looked so real and I like literally thought it was like real. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, no, some AI videos are getting
real.
like so advanced. I feel like I can get scammed.
Yeah.
Like I'm worried about my grandmother, but I can get scammed as well. Like it's becoming very realistic.
Yeah, no, it was hectic. Yeah, no, I don't like it at all. It's just.
And I mean, being on
feels
Facebook,
fake.
you probably see a lot of it.
I see a lot of it.
Okay, the next one is actually very controversial, but virality doesn't mean good marketing.
That's a hot take in my opinion.
Do you think so?
Yeah, any publicity is good publicity, even if it's bad, in my opinion. There's ways you can deal with it. So, for example, if MLD got, I don't know, if this went viral because you guys were tuning Checkers or something, there's always, shout out Checkers. There's always a way that you
Don't shout out Checkers.
there's always a way that you can turn it around in your favor, in my opinion. So yeah, any publicity is good publicity. Just the way you got to market yourself and turn around that situation.
I get that. But let's say the bad publicity side, right? Like let's say it gets us cancelled or whatnot. Then we have to come up with an apology or something. Then don't you think that's just starting to become a bit more fake and not actually like authentic?
Well, it depends. Like I said, it goes back to how you handle the situation. So, I mean, if you're bullshitting everyone and your answers, well, not your answers, the way you're dealing with the situation is a lie, then yes. But I mean, if the way you're dealing with the situation is actually true and that's how you guys operate, then yeah, I'm all for it. Even the bad publicity, come at me.
100% agree. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for joining us on our podcast.
Lovely. Thank you for having me. Right.
Thank you for tuning in on our podcast. Don't forget to like comment, and subscribe.